I'm live. I'm so glad for that. I did wonder. A little bit of a zombie thing. So I'm just going to natter here until. So I'm assuming the one person is me. All right. Okay. Will people be turning up? Hey, Mr. Pale Orc, how are you? Happy Orktober. I haven't really started doing anything yet because I think it's just you and me here at the moment. So, how's your hobby going? I really enjoyed your what do I call it? Did I downvote my own bid? No, I didn't. I don't I don't think someone likes me out there. And they seem to be doing it around the same time. So it's one person, but yeah. How's the sound? Do I need to go to my earphones or is it sound okay? I've got to get my mic. There's a like for me. Yay, yay! All right. The headset is better quality. Oh, well, just bear with me. I'll see if I can find it. There we go. That sounds a bit weird. It reminds me of my disc jockey days. Got microphone, headphone, nothing happening. Unfortunately, can't play any music. So your buggy's looking sweet, Mr. Pale. Well, if someone doesn't, this is going to be a bit odd if no one else comes on. All right. The squeak buggy. Yes. It was looking good. Okay. Give it a couple more minutes before we'll be just like chatting to you. Well, there's mine. There is mine. So, and that's about as good as my skills go. So, will it see the table? I don't know. Probably not. But it was a good exercise. I think I learnt a lot. I tried rivets using cocktail sticks. I thought, but every time I tried to cut them, they went square. So I'll have to work on that. And yeah, so all right, let's get on. Everybody, welcome, and happy Orktober, everybody. This is Orcs. I don't know about you, but for me, Orktober is going to be pretty darn eventful. There's a lot going on. But before I do that, talk about that. Not much happened last month community-wise. I don't think anyone reached a hobby milestone of when it comes to video subscriptions. I did find another fellow Australian guy that does hobby-related videos called Nayfee Paints. That's Nayfee Paints. Check him out. He does pretty good tutorials. And what else? Congratulations to Roxy for winning the Defcopter Scratch Build Challenge. That's pretty good. Hey, Clint, Essex, how are you? And Clint,
Yes, that's something that really happened. Interesting. Clint making up that Orktown board in 3 days. That was just you're a beast, man. You're a beast. How do you do such a thing? Ah, you know, it took me months, not a month, a month to do this, and I kept fiddle fart arsing about, and I've already plagued the missus for my squiggoth from Cromlech. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Octave, that Cromlech stuff is looking really, really good. I need to find myself some money. I can't. I'd like to get my hands on some of those Gnaws, and their version of a Weird Boy looks interesting. And this is all I got to say to you, pal. Um, so that'd be really. Where was I? I was talking about stuff, wasn't I? Yeah. The Chronic stuff looked good. Their Weird Boy looked interesting. But if I'm going to get a Weird Boy, I am actually going to get that one from Gear Guts. The where he's floating on the wire energy and being held down by two grots. I really like that model. That is going to be my next purchase when I get the stuff from OTP Terrains, which are great. So I don't know if you saw my last video um, with the unboxing. I'll talk about that. Let's get on that. Let's see wait here. So yeah, go check out OTP Terrain. This is not a paid sponsorship. Look, I found the service really good. The price is well, they're they're okay. It's it's an expensive hobby, and it's one of those things. If you got the money, you can afford it, buy it. If you don't. Yeah, so I got some really good stuff, and there was me. That's one of my little freebies. So it's a cyborg. I really like this design. A cyborg boss. So expect that to be painted soon. I might do something a bit fancy with that. But the main thing that I did. No, wrong one. More coffee. More coffee is what I need. Someone left me. Oh no. Brak the cyborg. Yeah, I'd be pretty good. There is the Dagger tank. I really, really love this model. It, if anyone has got Gear Guts stuff before, it's so damn easy to put together. You do not, you don't need instructions. It was really, really simple, and my super glue just loved this stuff really, really well. So that's him. Got it painted up for something that's coming up. Yeah, Gunwagon with the boomer. That's him with a tournament. But I'm rushing ahead of myself here, and so yeah, I definitely check him out. OTP are doing some. They're getting involved in the Orktober stuff too, which is really, really good. So if you buy anything, they're going to throw in a couple of. I think they said five extra heads, so you can do a little bit of kit bashing, make some sweet conversions, and don't mind me. I'm just trying to find another. I think I'm getting also semi-professional. Yeah, so that's good. They'll throw in that, but if you spend more than $100 US. Hey, Epic, how are you? Yeah, so you spend more than $100 Australian, because it's an Australian company over in Perth. and you can get in the draw to win one of 3 bosses. Now, I don't know which ones. One of them is going to be Gear Guts is going to drop today, so expect. Well, it'll probably be tomorrow because all you people in Northern Hemisphere, you're a little bit behind the times, aren't you? Hey, Epic, how are you? What's been happening? I've been catching some of your live streams over on Twitch, and I've been enjoying it. I find it really great to have a quick cup of coffee and work at what I've got to try and do. Um, I've got to do something to get about music, I think, because I find that your music's quite nice. It just sets me in the right mood to get up and do things. And yeah, 40K now to mate. Ah. All right. It's still yesterday here. Finished my stream early today. Oh, did you do that and then come over and say hello? What a lovely thing to do. Um, and I think it's going to be rambling today. I do have. I got a list. I got a script, but um, I went to bed at about 2 o'clock last night, so that was 7 hours ago, and I've been up at. I had to get up at 7 because the groceries were turning up. Trying to get my visa. Yeah, so I haven't had that much sleep. I'll probably go back to bed after I do this. So my head is all over the place. I think I'm on to my I think this is my second bodum of coffee. So whether I sleep or not is well, that's the test, isn't it? And so yeah, because I have no idea what went wrong with that video. That that review video that I did. And so everyone's it's getting some good hits and some nice comments, and that's wonderful. But uh, first day I tried to upload it, just got corrupted, and then yesterday when I tried to upload it, um, I pressed the upload button at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It finished downloading on YouTube at 11:30. So I was a little stressed over that, and I had to stay up because I wanted to do all the other little extra stuff. Sleep's over. No, I love my sleep. Yeah. And my dad used to say you can sleep when you're dead, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't know. I don't know, but we won't. That sort of heading into the deep realms of philosophy, and yeah, I can need more coffee before I can get into philosophy. But look, I did many times. It's this beast. Um, This beast is quite old. I think this computer is. I bought it in. I bought it when I started doing the business. So what's that? 2000. So that was probably 6 years ago. And yeah, it's had a few things. So yeah, it's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I think my internet provider wants me to go over to NBN, so I think they're purposely trying to make things slower for me. But I have no proof about that. That's just wild fantasy. But yeah, it took a well, some days it takes longer. Sometimes it just knocks over that. But um, it was a massive, massive file because I do little extra. It adds so much time to the process. Yeah, my computer was struggling to edit. Oh, yeah, it's tough. I like to edit off and do strange things, but yeah, it's all a learning curve. I may have to go over and use the wife's computer soon. I think this is on its last legs. I don't really want to because I want to try and make it that's her special space. But she did say I could do it, and she's got this. She bought one just earlier this year, and it's Mick. It's fast and it's beautiful. She games on it. She likes to play her Assassin's Creed and Skyrim, and yeah, so she games on it. And it's really fast and has shiny keyboards, which keeps me up at night if I don't forget to turn it off. But yeah, so rambling again. So talking about October. So what else is happening coming up? Well, in a probably sometime within the next 24 hours, the War Bosses will be doing a video, I believe. They usually do it on the first, so that should be coming up. And that's about the only thing I know that's coming up. I haven't heard from Rivets and Dagger. He usually puts something up about now. So he was doing a community showcase. I will be doing a community showcase and talking about what's that thing? The Chinook in I'll be doing that soon. I was supposed to be doing that this week, but a few technical issues meant I'm a little bit behind schedule. So that's interesting. So that's what's coming up. I'll also be trying to do a video log of the Crusade campaign that I'll be starting on Saturday. It is a GW event, so I don't know if I can actually take the camera in to the store. I haven't talked to him about that, but and film, but I might just take photos and of my game and talk about things like that. So I'll expect to over next month a few series about Crusade. Probably talk about how I set up the games. Might do a bit of narrative stuff as well. And the main reason why I'm sort of doing that is because I need games in, and it should be a relatively easy event. I've been really busy earning new stuff soon. Thanks. Oh, g'day, Rivets. How are you? Well, there you go. See, you ask and you find out. Yeah, thanks, Essex. I think it's going to be good. I'm not going overpowered list because this GW store, it's the big Australian stuff store, so they tend to have a lot of newbies and kids and teenagers uh, come through. Sometimes some of the tournaments the kids aren't there and they just have some massive idiots. But I think this one is going to be pretty good. So I'm not taking a big massive list because I just don't think beating up on kids is a wonderful thing. The main reason why I don't think any of the real big boys will be there is because this month in Brisbane, every week, every Saturday has a tournament of some sort, and two are official down under pairing tournaments. Yeah, so there is something this week other than the Crusade, but I couldn't work out. I know there is something else doing it. Real late, just popped in. Yeah, look, thanks for turning up. So I've got when I sort out proper streaming, I might have to go down and sort of try another northern hemisphere friendly time. But this time really suits me. The groceries came early, so I can get it out of the way, and then I could have a quick cup of coffee, and the young daughter's still in bed and the wife's out, so it's all nice and quiet. I've got the place to myself. Yeah, I unfortunately the kid's still in bed, so I can't go nuding up. Yeah, no, well, these things happen. Yeah, tournaments. We've got In Brisbane alone, there is a tournament every week. So, well, something the 10th by the normal blokes at Bris Vegas Comics, and then on the 17th we've got the Brisbane Gaming collecting about 2,000 point. That's a local gaming store, and then the 24th is what I'm going to, and that's out at Force Hammer. It's called Force Hammer Irresistible Force. They've got a 1K tournament which I'll be going to, and the 31st of Orktober is the Orktober Fest, and that's an ITC, ATC. I think they do work WTC stuff event, and that's 2,000 points. There's 8 tournaments in Australia for the down under pairings that I saw, so that's really good. So there's a lot happening in Australia because we're starting to slow down the restrictions and people are getting out, and so we've got the 8 in Australia. Well, 4 separate states are doing it, and there's one in New Zealand. So the down under pairings include New Zealand as well. So a few in South Australia, a few in New South Wales. I don't think there was any in Tasmania this week, called Hobart 40K Weekend of 3. So that's all pretty interesting. So if you are interested in that, so I'll probably go and put some of these links down afterwards. So I don't think there's only one Australian on here at the moment, isn't there? And unfortunately, he's the one that can't really get out of his state. These things happen. So yeah, lots of tournaments, which is really exciting. So Orktober is going to be great for 40K, great for the Orcs. I'm not going to Orktober Fest this year. I want to do the 1K tournament. I just want to get a bit more before I start going into the ITC events, because they're going to be tough. And it was a shame because Orktoberfest has been around for good 20 years, and it done reasonably well. It's done really good. I always take my Orcs there, and apparently, the second one ages ago, I didn't get a podium, but I did get the nicest bloke award. So I got a little trophy and some dice and a dice bag for because people thought that I was the nicest person there. So that was always nice. And I usually mid-range is where I come with those things, but they're usually fun. They're in pubs, so you can have a drink, and that's always nice. So I could have my beer and my game. So that was always quite fun to do. Yeah, what else am I going to talk about? I think I've rambled on and gone through everything that I was going to do. So, so did anyone see the? So I did a video asking for people to decide which 25 PowerPoint army I should take. Yeah, I did do it backwards, and I was supposed to do a 50 power level and then choose from that. But the whole exercise was just a little bit of an engagement, bit of fun, and trying to get people to sort of choose what army. So I built something around that, and my 50 power level is this at the moment. I've got a war boss, a weird boy, 2 lots of 10 boys, 2 lots of 10 Gretchen. So that's lots of 4. That's 2 power level, 2 trucks, 3 mega knobs, 5 burners, a pain boy, a death copter, and that still leaves me about 10 left. So what I have put down the shock attack, not the dragster and the boomdecker snazwagon, but I'll probably won't do that. I don't know. I'll have a look and see. So got to do a mega knob list for yeah. I am. That's well. It won 3-2. It won. So I'm going with that. So what it is, it's the war boss in it's a war boss, 10 boys in a truck, 3 mega knobs and 5 burner boys in a truck. So I can just whack 2 trucks down, probably hide them in terrain somewhere, and just have some fun with it and go from there. So I I like I don't I I don't know for certain, but I just have a feeling that trucks are going to be the way. I want to try and do knobs in that. So that should be fun. The Crusade, it should be interesting. So I'm looking really forward to that. The 1,000 point list I'm still working on, but the core is going to be this as no, it's not going to be the gun wagon. It's going to be the bone crusher. So this will be the bone crusher, and the other battle wagon I've got will probably be the gun wagon, and I'm going to put knobs and mega knobs in trucks. The boss, I haven't worked out whether I'm going to go weird boy or custom force field mech. I don't know about that. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? No, that's Gear Guts. That's Gear Guts Mech Shop, and so if you look up before, I sent a link to OTP Terrain, who've got the license to do Gear Gut stuff in Australia. But I did find out that they actually do. They will send stuff overseas, so which is fantastic. Yeah, that's why it's good. Yeah, because it's Gear Gut's up. Oh, so easy to build. So easy to build. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's something I did mention. I talk about it. Because they will send. Apparently, they send a lot of their other stuff, because they have quite a big um, range of scenery. UK. Apparently, they send a lot of their stuff to UK, as a little birdie told me. So look, I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any money for this. I just want to. So there, go and check them out again. And for those people, so yeah, they're the 2 places you can get Gear Guts models from. I don't know what I know. Gear Guts has got some specials happening for Orktoberfest, but he hasn't released them yet. So, but OP Terrain, if you spend more than $100, which is £50 in UK, then you'll go on the prize for 3 war bossy type things. So about that size. I don't think this is one of them. I got a sneaking suspicion that the floating the floating weird boy, the weird boss or whatever they're called, is going to be one, and it'll be something nice. Okay, thanks, buddy. Have fun. Got to get a game of Cossacks in before he hits the sack. Yep. Thanks for joining me, mate. Muchly appreciated. And if you can all hit that like button, that'd be really, really good. I I need all the likes I can get because I've got someone out there disliking me at the moment. It's all happening there about the same time. I get up in the morning, and they start pressing the dislike button. I've upset someone, and I don't know why. Well, actually, I have a suspicion, but we're not casting nasturtiums. Probably a Primaris fan. Yeah, flat earther. All right. What else was I talking about? Yeah. So the 1,000 points. So probably knobs. Kyle Gearguts reckons I should be taking some commandos in units of 5. But he thrown all these things out. He thrown all these units at me, and I'm going, I was like, I've only got 1,000 points, man. So we'll have to wait and see. But the war boss of Brak will be there because I love Brak. And Weird Boy, I'll go custom force field. I don't know. I want to try that that Death Skulls psychic power. Was it maniacal season? 3 years, 5 cannons is awesome. Okay, well, yeah, I think I might go. Yeah, I've still got to look. It's 24th of October, so I've got a little time to think about that. 3 mega knobs in the gun wagon with the boomer. I'm actually thinking of putting the mega knobs not in the gun wagon, but I'm going to be putting in the bone crusher, so they can just go smash straight in and then get out. Yeah, that'll be my attack, and then I'll have the gun wagon at the back, doing supporting fire. I'd like to get maybe some death threads would be nice, but it's only 1,000 points. I have to make some serious decisions. I might put one in for fun. That'd be good. Yeah, I found three mega knobs isn't enough. How many points were you running, Clint? Because I don't think 3 mega knobs is enough, especially in 2000. They might be okay in 1,000 point. Last edition I took 5 to a 1,500. Yeah, look, I took 4 to a 1,500 tournament last, and I found that they weren't working, but they were a big target, and the Space Marine Codex had just dropped. The Space Marine Codex is always just dropping, isn't it? And the guy that I played up against, he just ripped through them. And I had a really tough Elder list, which had D weapons. That was for a friendly tournament. That was a tough one. That was a real tough one. Just ripped through. Yeah. So no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was not Eldar or Eldari. It was Necrons, and this guy had 2 units of wraiths. I think 6 wraiths, and that was the core of his stuff, and a few destroyers, and one of those shard things, Satan type things. Yeah, you're right. They're a big target, but that's what I tend to do. Is I try and make as many big targets on the board as possible. So, but there's so much firepower at the moment that it's a bit hard. That strategy doesn't always work. So I think teleporting is going to have to be a better one. Just get those early points, because it is an objective game these days, and then just hope for the best, and just sort of hope for the best, and make sure you don't sort of die. That's my strategy. But orcs have always died. I've played games. I've played many a game and won quite a few where I've only had like 3 models left on the table. Um, great game. You just don't just don't fail that charge. Yeah, that's well, that's up to the dice gods, unfortunately or fortunately. Um, my dice, my orc dice, haven't forgiven me when I went and got myself my dark angels. After that, they wouldn't not forgive me. And every other dice set I've had since then, no. Whereas when I was orcs and orcs only, I had I just had lots of I just had so much luck with some dice. I had 2 dice which were given me from the Orktober, so they're really, really good. I've I've lost one, but I had 2 and a little orc face, and they were my special dice. They were my special lucky dice. Anything they really need to do, I needed a 6, they would get 6s. And I started to suspect that they might have been weighted, but they're not because I tested. And so we did the whole water thing, and so they weren't. It was just they were just really, really good because I would take them. They just looked like they did really well because I'd just bring them out on certain occasions when I need them, and so that was making me my cognitive biases were kicking in there, which was really good. Um, but I have noticed that my dice before, well, especially when I started playing, started doing the Terminators with the Dark Angels, they seem to love ones a lot more. And now we can re-roll ones. They went up. That's twos. They like twos now. So I just can't win. My dice are against me. No, I don't. Superstitious, superstitious nonsense. So my mate always has really good luck with his tabletop tactics dice. Ah, yeah, it's like that, isn't it? Some it's, and I think it's sort of a bit of a funk. What I have found is that the dice are quite average, and they roll statistically well. It's just that when I need them to do something, when I want to pull that rabbit out of my ass, and do something spectacular, just to just to help the game come along, they go no, no. So when you need that, when you need that charge with the war boss in to have a go at the at some dark elder warlord all by himself, and you thought that'd be nice, and then the dice go, no, you'll get a 1 and a 2, thanks, and then he just overwatches with his little fusion pistol thing, and then rolls a 6 damage, and and your boss is dead. That's where things, um, yeah, that's just one of those things. How many big shooters do you run on Bone Wagons? I got 4 on the gun wagon. I'm not quite sure about but I was just going to do the thing. I'm not going to worry about big shooters on the bone breaker. I think I don't know. If I do, I'm gonna have to model them in. Um, so I'll have to stick some shooters somewhere. So yeah, I don't know about that. 4 big shooters always. Well, I always 4 big shooters on the other one. Um, 'Cause, yeah, they work well. Um, Big shooters, always got big shooters. I'm thinking about giving, my boys a rocket. Actually, I probably won't with this 1,000 point. I think I'm not gonna go, I'm probably going to go the detachment. Why can't I remember that? the detachment, which has all the elite choices. And that's not Spearhead. I always think it's Spearhead, but it's not. It's another one. Yeah, it's not a lot to work with. And little boys in trucks, that's a lot of Vanguard. Yeah, thanks, pal. Yeah, that's a lot of points when you can get some heavy hitting things instead. I think I'll put boys in trucks in the 2000 lists, because the boys are good, in the bigger lists, especially for sort of contesting objectives. They're not really good at keeping them. And what happened there? No, no. Sorry, for some strange reason, my computer wanted me to look at Facebook. But that would be rude doing Facebook while I'm talking, so that would be very rude whatsoever. Okay. What else am I going to talk about? I'm running out of things to say. So I've talked about that. So we talk about videos and stuff like this. Yeah. So hobby-wise, got a fair bit done. I know these aren't Pale's favourite. He doesn't like pretty flowers, but these little brick walls, I really, really enjoyed doing this. This was a great weekend of making more scatter terrain. I've almost got enough to cover a table. So, and I like the flowers; they're my favourite. So I'll do that. And I know, oops, I'm going to have to glue that. Bloody glue didn't work. So I'll get back and do that. I know I've upset Pale there because I've used all those truck tires instead of using them for scratch building. So yeah, so that's a project I still got to finish. Vanguard desk color and FX, yeah, really good. So that's what I've got to work on. Like I know you've seen these before, but I'm really, really impressed with this thing. It was great build. I think that vein probably one of my better works. My connection's unstable. Oh no, just like my life. Are we seeing me? Are we doing that? I have an unstable connection. Oh my God, what's going to happen? The world is ending. Yeah, so I like that. That's one of my favorites. That's really good. To fix her up a weird boy, to jump mechanical. I'm not going to go to jump. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And this is something else I think I showed this as well. Paddle pop sticks and sprues are a wonderful thing. Inspired by Essex. That's all I can say. And expect more stuff like this. It's really is fun to build with. The stuff there. That is actually plastic forks. I've got a whole lot of plastic forks from an old barbecue that we had for got hundreds. We just bought so many. And so I've just been chopping the fork part off and using that, and I think it comes off really, really. It sort of looks really, really well. And spruce and cardboard. So Corrugated guard for the win. Yep, it's I love it. It works really well. Um, expect more stuff like that. I've got a few buildings. Unfortunately, some of the other terrain that I worked on has warped a bit, so I'm just going to have to try and work around that, which is a bit of a shame. And that's basically it. No, I haven't painted any models, but I will be doing some painting. I'm like a kid with a favorite toy. Yes, I really want to paint this. I want to paint this weekend, but I gotta go. I gotta go and play. So I'm conflicted. It's also my anniversary weekend this weekend, so won't be a lot of hobby happening. Um, there'll be romantic things and dinner and stuff like that, and bottles of wine to be drunk, and yeah, 21 years of wedded bliss. That's a long time. Um, yeah. So there's that, and I'll have to paint this. And look, I am rambling, and I've really run out of things to say. I think I've said all I need to say. Thanks, Essex. Yeah, it's wonderful. Um, so hopefully, in up and coming videos, there'll be some showcases. There should be some. There should be some campaign updates, whether they're going to be a battle report or not. They'll probably it probably won't be a video battle report. There'll be those, and probably do some post stuff. It's still I haven't really worked that one out yet. I've still got to do the I've still got to do all the admin first and send that off to them. So that I will probably do the. I've got to do the helicopter, the Chinook showcase, which I was planning to doing because everyone said I could use their pics. I just didn't get around to doing it. That was supposed to be this week. A few law things I'm working on coming up, hopefully, and the tournament. When I do the list, I'll probably do another showcase list thing, and I hope to get continue with the Walker series at the 1,500 points sometime this month. It was I they take a long time to film, and unfortunately at the moment it's the wind's picked up here, and this microphone just it loves the wind. That I have to do inside and try and work out the best days to get the natural light from outside. Okay, well, look, thank you very much, everyone. I'm not going to make it. I don't think I can make it to the hour. Get better lamps. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to have to need some more money about that. Oh, that's why I haven't talked about. I haven't talked about that. So I tell you what, the buy me a coffee is doing really, really well. Um, I've done quite well with that at the moment. So, and I can't find where is it? Oh god. Yeah, it didn't work. Yep. So, hobby hanging Discord. Yeah. I'll probably have to go and do some other stuff. I'll go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's head over to Discord. Might be that might be fun. Buy me a coffee's working really well. It'd be really nice. Look, I'm just going to do a little bit of dodgy. Oh, Patreon. If you want your name on an orc, this is do to Patreon. Yeah, I should thank Angus for the last coffee I had, and a few other guys that did it too. So yeah, that works really well. So if you are trying to get a bit of extra stream, never tried Happy. You tried a couple of days ago when Nathan and I were on, but we were having connection issues, didn't you, Essex? Yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to go. Happy Orktober, everybody. A big wah for October. Hope it's all well and good and fun. Get shitloads of hobby done. Go and play some games. Smash some humies. Cut off the ears of pointy ears. And remember, if you're going crumping, you got to bash often and bash early.